One day, a man and his daughter were visiting Hollytree's museum. As they entered a room filled with costumes, they saw various items. When they stood admiring the displays, the girl looked anxious and wanted to leave. The father kindly asked, "Why do you want to leave, sweetie?" She whispered, "I don't like the lady." The man comforted her by telling her they were only mannequins and had nothing to do with her. She responded, "It's the lady standing next to me." It was just the two of them in the room. We usually think of museums when we think of elegance and history, but rarely when we think of ghosts. Those who like being creeped out will enjoy today's video, in which we will explore the 5 most haunted museums in the US. Be sure to watch the whole video. We've saved the best for last. Frederick Remington Museum. Number 5 on our list is the Frederick Remington Museum. Founded in 1923, the museum was originally known as the Remington Art Memorial. As part of the original collection derived from the estates of Eva Frederick and her sister Emma, there were sculptures, oil paintings, family heirlooms, personal items of art, and studio items belonging to Frederick. The Frederick Remington Museum has the most credible stories of a haunted past. This museum has a history of haunting tales that date back to the 1940s, some of which were published by local newspapers, giving credence to its paranormal reputation. According to rumors, Madame America Vespucci lived here in the 1860s and 70s with the house's owner, George Parrish. Apparently, she won a game of cards and traveled to the United States. However, her heart was devastated when Parrish left her in the U.S. after inheriting his title as Count von Senftenberg and moving to his castle in Vienna. Frida Gladel, a psychic medium from the area, investigated reports of hauntings at the museum in March 2015. The image of a woman, most likely Vespucci, reassured the investigators that she had not actually won a card game. As per the transcription of the walkthrough, the adjoining Children's Museum is home to a nasty former owner. An image purporting to depict a ghost overlaid on the museum has been discredited as a hoax, but tales of other ghostly events continue. Next up, we have the Smithsonian Institution. Known as the Castle, the Smithsonian Institute building is the centerpiece of Washington, D.C. The castle stands out from the other white-column Smithsonian Museum buildings lining the Washington Mall. This red brick building, designed and built by James Renwick in 1815, is believed by some to be haunted. It's often dismissed as a myth or urban legend, but compelling proof suggests this building has some otherworldly residents. According to legend, the Smithsonian Castle is haunted because of one item it contains. Founded in 1861 by James Smithson, the Smithsonian is named after him. As a chemist and mineralogist, he made significant contributions to science. He ventured throughout Europe, researching and publishing papers on his discoveries. Upon his death, he left the Smithsonian Institute his fortune. Ironically, Smithson never visited the United States, nor did he ever visit the castle bearing his name. Following his passing, his body was carried to the castle in 1904 and interred beneath one of the principal rooms. There were so many sightings of Smithson's ghost at one point that the former curator of the castle's treasures, James Good, had his remains disinterred in 1973. His casket was meticulously examined, and his skeleton remains were discovered inside. As a result, nothing unusual was found. Ghostly sightings around the museum occurred well before Smithson's death. A Washington Post article was published in May 1900 about the sightings that occurred through the years. In the article titled "Phantoms of the Museum: Shades of Scientists Who Walk There Nightly," ghost sightings are mentioned in the Smithsonian and Arts and Industries Buildings Museum. Next, we have the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History. The Fort Worth Museum of Science and History was opened in 1945 as the Fort Worth Children's Museum and moved to its current location in 1954. In 1968, the museum adopted its current name. This museum drew attention after a visitor took a snapshot of what appeared to be an unknown object in the children's play area. This photo was posted on Reddit a while ago, but the riddle remains unexplained. Kevin Brown brought his niece, nephews, and an iPad to the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History one afternoon. While there, Brown took photos of the kids playing in the kids-only grocery store exhibit. Once they got home, his niece was browsing through the pictures when she asked Brown what the object was in the background of one of them. "That is the first time in my life I've actually had the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. It freaked me out and it freaked my niece out," Brown said. The image in the photo's background could be a variety of things. Other Redditors have analyzed the picture, with some concluding it's merely a woman and several others insisting it's a child-eating demon. While there has been much chatter about the scary shape that does not appear to reflect any known creature, many others, like Jim Miller, a former museum staffer, have dismissed it. His explanation was that someone was putting away children's toys, which isn't wholly inconceivable given the location where the photo was taken. However, having 2 years of experience working at the museum, he also stated that hearing frightening claims from museum visitors was not uncommon, particularly near the Titanic display. Our second most haunted museum is Merchant's House Museum. In 1832, Joseph Brewster, a well-known hatmaker, built the old Merchant's House, also known as the Seabury Treadwell House. The house is an outstanding illustration of the Greek Revival style in its transitional form. A substantial wooden staircase links the building's 4 stories. At the time of the building's creation, every room in the home was furnished with the finest items available in the mid-19th century. Several structural alterations were made to the house as it was passed down through the Treadwell family. The old Merchant's House is now a museum showcasing the extravagant belongings of the Treadwell family. According to the New York Times, the Merchant's House is Manhattan's most haunted house and regularly attracts amateur and professional paranormal investigators. Of course, some places don't acknowledge their otherworldly reputations, but the Merchant's House completely embraces its ghosts. The museum's website has an entire page devoted to its ghost stories and ghost tours. Gertrude Treadwell, the youngest daughter of the Treadwells, is believed to haunt the home. She was the last member of the Treadwell family to occupy the house. Numerous reports of strange and inexplicable events have occurred at the museum since it was founded in the 1930s. The house has also been reported to be haunted by other eerie phenomena. For instance, visitors have reported seeing objects move on their own in the kitchen and smelling smoke in Seabury's bedroom. Ghost hunters have also picked up EVPs with a high degree of certainty in the servants' quarters. The front parlor on the main floor is where much of the supernatural activity occurs. The piano plays eerie ghost notes, and the snoring can be heard from the Greek sofa. Last but not least, we have the Cleveland Museum of Art. The city of Cleveland, Ohio, is a fantastical place. In fact, it's so popular that many visitors travel from far away only to see it. We mean, some of them do come to visit this lovely city from beyond the grave. The Cleveland Museum of Art was established in 1913 and is a place of absolute beauty. Known for preserving Asian and Egyptian art, this museum is a popular tourist destination. The museum gives you a sense of the past in a very literal sense. Visitors can expect some horrifying experiences while exploring the mysteries of the museum with reports of suspicious activities. The museum is rumored to be haunted by several spirits and has been called one of the most haunted in the world. The museum is home to various ghost stories, including one involving Claude Monet. In October 2015, the Cleveland Museum of Art was having just another day. In the middle of preparing for the Monet to Matisse exhibition at the Cleveland Museum of Art, Jeffrey Streen, its director of architecture and design, captured a picture of the preparations. Lo and behold, Claude Monet appeared ghostly at the top of the staircase. His presence has been reported by many others as well. According to some, the visitor is actually Claude Monet's ghost. It was a mysterious sighting that couldn't be explained. The visitors reported other peculiar incidents as well. For example, some people claim to have seen a boy wandering around the museum's halls who looks like the boy in one of the paintings. In the painting, the boy is wearing the same distinctive outfit. There is no doubt that this museum is one of the most haunted in the world because of these horrifying stories. The staff has also shared various incidents from the U.S. Museum. In some cases, the temperature drops suddenly among staff members. Security personnel has noticed the flickering of the museum's lights. Other strange electricity problems can also be observed in one of the world's most haunted museums. That wraps up our list of the most haunted museums. From our list, which museums did you find to be the most haunted? Please let us know in the comments and make sure to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe for more future content. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it.